Hi VC, how you doing? I think I'm turning the sound down. I don't think I think I need a new battery. Christmas list. More batteries. There we go. How you doing? Back for another post. 2 in 2 days. I learned to count. Hey, so yeah, I got Sunday off today because Thanksgiving lands on a day that I don't normally have off. So, and I've been posting a bunch of stuff on Facebook as I've been listening to things today, and it's the most recent thing I've been listening to, which is Return to Forever featuring Corea. No mystery. So recently picked this up. Just gave it a quick listen on a listening station at Easy Street and really liked it. Great cover, both back and front. The music is great. Surprise, surprise. Side 2 here is a lot different. It doesn't carry over from side 1. Side 1, the first track is, it's good, but it has a few, how do I want to say this? It has some elements of 70s, some things that dated to the 70s. This is from 1975. That doesn't detract from the song, but it's sort of, you notice it. And kind of think, well, but then the rest of the album on side 1 just gets crazier and funkier, and then my favorite track so far that I've heard on this is the last track on side 1, which is an excerpt from the first movement of Heavy Metal, which sounds to me like if Keith Emerson or if Emerson, Lake and Palmer had done funk or jazz around 75, it would have sounded like that song, because it's very crazy, very wild, very out there, and then all of a sudden there's these piano runs that sound like there's something from Keith Emerson. So anyway, side 1 is just fun to listen to. I got on side 2 now, listening to this for the first time, and it sounds to me like a totally different album. It's a lot quieter, a lot more subdued. So I'll be curious to hear what the rest of the album sounds like, and I'll be doing that while I'm doing this post. So anyway, great. I'm so happy I picked this up. Never heard this before. Just today. I picked it up a couple of days ago. So it's from 1975. I was sitting here thinking to myself, what was I doing in 1975 that I missed this? And, oh yeah, I was in high school and I was listening to Led Zeppelin. So anyway, nothing wrong with that. High school Led Zeppelin went together. But I wish I had heard a little bit more of this. But better late than never, right? Right. So anyway, let's see. I also picked up, not so long ago, Clearlight Symphony, who I've heard of before. I showed this a little bit in the last post. Oops, that's not good. I did a bad thing. Bad touch. Fix it, make it come back. There we go. I'd heard of Clearlight Symphony, but I wasn't familiar with the album covers. And saw this up on the wall at Jive Time, and thought it was pretty cool. And the artwork was beautiful. It was a beautiful copy of it. The cover, the vinyl. Vinyl needs a little bit of cleaning, but it looks immaculate. It sounds good. It's got some ticks and pops in it that need to be cleaned out. But so I did a little research on it and liked what I heard. And I went back and I had them put it on hold for me, and I picked it up just a few days ago. So gave that a listen and just really love this. Like to find out more about, I found a little bit more about this band, but I'd like to find out more about the music and pick up the next couple of albums that they did. So anybody that has any more info about this band or has any more of their music, love to see it. Love to hear your views on it, because I definitely want to get whatever else is out there. So it's also on the Virgin label. It's a UK pressing. I thought that was kind of interesting. They have the on the label here. They've got the number V2029, and then underneath that, in smaller text, I'm not even going to try to push, hold it up close to the camera. The camera doesn't work that way, but this is meant to be more of an outdoor camera. That's why my nighttime videos always look so grainy and nasty. It's because this camera is really meant to be used outdoors, not indoors. But so if you, let me take this out of here. What's interesting is they've got the number right here, V2029, and the same thing on both sides. It has underneath it, upside down in a smaller font, V2029-A, and then on this side, V2029-B, but it's upside down. So not quite sure what that's all about. But two different albums, both from 1975. It's interesting. So a lot of interesting things going on in 75 besides what the standard was, at least for me, what I heard on the radio. If I was listening to the right radio stations, I probably would have heard more Return Forever. I was listening to good radio stations back then, just would have heard more of that had I not. Also earlier I was playing this Genesis, their very first Trespass. And well, they're technically the one that they claim ownership of. I will go down that road. Other people have gone down that road talking about the various incarnations of their very, very first album. But I'll leave that alone. And I picked this up recently, and it's the American release. What drives me crazy, I picked up another album recently that did this too. It's a nice gatefold. It has a very thick spine, but in the way it's been stored, the spine has been pressed to now become part of the front. And I've attempted to push it back and massage it back so that it's a spine once again, and it's going to take a little bit of work. I could probably get a burnisher and do that from the inside, but anyway, in the meantime, what was nice about this was, as you see down here in this corner, yes, promotion not for sale or not for resale. Now there's nothing on the cover is in relatively good condition, except for the spines, a little bit of a seam split here. Has the Impulse Jazz insert, original sleeve, which is kind of neat. And then it is on the Impulse label. On the label it's just called Genesis. Not Genesis Trespass, just Genesis. But that is a cool label. It's got a little bit of noise here and there, not much. It's in great shape. It could use a good cleaning. I am so much thinking about getting a VPI cleaner to really, really give records a good clean. Just can't afford it right now, but eventually. But anyway, let's put this guy back. I'm just going to run through a couple of other things I just picked up recently, and some I haven't even had a chance to listen to. But just wanted to get through some of my more recent pickups. And I will do that, starting with some stuff behind me. Well, like this guy right here. Yesterday when I was at Jive Time. This is Devos Be Stiff, B as in the letter B, Stiff, on Stiff Records, UK pressing, from 1978, I believe. And set that there for now. So, very cool to find. I've always seen this, but I've never actually seen it in person. I missed out on it way back when they were coming out. It's got a little bit of ring wear, as you might expect, a little bit up here, up top, and down below, on the back as well. But all in all, it's a really great pressing of it. They were playing this very copy at Jive Time when I walked in, and hearing how good it sounded, and taking a look at it, and how beautiful the vinyl was like it hadn't been played in all those years. I just had to pick it up. So 6 songs total, 3 on each side. And it is a full-on Stiff Records, The Shape of Things That Win, electrically recorded. So, great label. I'd like to find more Stiff Records 45s with that label. A little difficult to come by. Yeah, side 2, this Return to Forever, is very different. It's getting back into side 1 a little bit here, but overall it just doesn't have that intensity that side 1 did. What else? Well, one of my favorite relatively unknown bands, should be more known, Bugwash. They put out a 10-inch for the holiday season. Good catch, huh? It's called Here We Go Round Again EP. I think I posted about this on Facebook. 4 tracks. The music's great. It's on the Low Jinx label. I also posted a link to where you can order this. By the time shipping is added, it ends up being about $15. But maybe you can find it locally. I forgot there wasn't it wasn't in an inner sleeve. I can't wait to look back on this and see this come rolling out. But I'm glad I caught it. Cat-like reflexes. Anyway, it's called Bugwash. Here We Go Round Again EP. Highly recommended for you pop lovers. You will like this. You will like anything that Bugwash has done. This guy right here is a rebuy for me. I used to have this way back when the dreaded CD started coming out. I sold this guy. It's Complete Madness. And it's very cool. Nice. Gatefold with all kinds of collaged, all their 45 covers and whatnot, pins, backstage passes, keys to hotel rooms. It's a very cool compilation. One to look for if you're a Madness fan or want to get into Madness. So, yeah, it was fun to get this one again. It's got a seam split up top, but I can live with that. Fun ska infused pop, or pop infused ska. I don't know which way you want to look at it. Let's see. Here's something else I picked up. I didn't even realize this was what it was when I picked it up. I don't remember ever seeing this released back in the 80s. I probably would have picked it up at that time. But it looked cool. It was Factory Records, and it's just very vague information. Now, those of you who have this obviously know what it is, but very, very cool. And it is a Joy Division 12-inch Ford transmission, UK pressing, backed with the song Novelty. I think I'm pushing myself off to the side here. But anyway, I had never seen this before. It was just, I picked it up, I held it, I looked at it. I think, I believe RJ was working at Jive Time, and I sort of said, "What is this? Who is this?" And he just says, "Joy Division." Like, I should know that. And I go, never seen it before. So, I've learned there are a number of bands, when you find a 12-inch of them, you buy it. It wasn't too expensive. But I don't even remember seeing this when it apparently first came out. So, very happy to have this in my collection. My ever-growing New Order Joy Division collection. Let's see, what else do I do here? All this fun new stuff. I just shove it up here in the bag. But here's a couple of things. I'm not going into too much detail with this. Tears for Fears the Hurting. I picked up the American version not too long ago, and this is the UK version. So very glad to have that. I used to have the UK version a long time ago. And its covers got a few problems. You can't see it, but there's a sticker used to be up there, and it's a little bit of ringware. Great album. Their first album. Really like that. Donald Fagan's new album, Sunken Condos. Haven't opened it yet. Still sealed, but I'm going to. Listen to some tracks online and really like it. It's on clear vinyl, so looking forward to pulling those out and giving them a look at. 180 gram, no seam splits. Oh, I don't see any. So sometimes 180 gram is an issue, sometimes it isn't. We'll see. So I love the album cover, by the way. Blue being one of my favorite colors, but this is just so cool. Anyway, looking forward to hearing this. What I heard, just sampling it online, it's more towards the old Steely Dan sound. So, surprised I haven't heard more about that, but I'm definitely going to dig into that maybe tonight. Let's see. There's some other things here, but I think I may have talked about these. Well, maybe not. I don't think I have. Okay. We're going to clear out a lot of stuff here. Actually, we're not. You can't see this part down here where there's records that need to be dealt with. Genesis Seconds Out. We all know that one. But I think this is a nice... I think I got this for like $4 someplace. Yep. Nice German pressing. Gemma. So, and it's just... no need to even think about cleaning this. And although I've always been critical of this album, yeah, $5. Great. Even though I've been critical of this live album because, you know, when Phil Collins tries to sing Peter Gabriel's songs, and he struggles a little bit with Peter's range, especially in the high end, but it's still a great live album. I still enjoy it, and it sounds really good, and it's, you know, I would love to have seen him back then too. So, but that's my only criticism, hearing it. My friend Marsh, who's on Facebook but isn't posting on YouTube yet, recently got me revved up with Adrian Belew again. So when I'm finding Adrian Belew albums, I'm buying them. Used to have a lot of them, and then I got rid of them when the CDs came out, and just picked this one up, Lone Rhino. One of my favorites is Mr. Music Head, so I'm looking for the vinyl of that. That's a favorite of mine. Twang Bar King is good. And what's the other one I'm thinking of? I'm not going to try to waste time thinking about it, but Lone Rhino, great. Twang Bar King, great. And there's a third that goes with that. But then Mr. Music Head is really good. I really like that. I want to say I've shown this, but I don't know. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. And that's Bruford, one of a kind. Somebody else, I think, showed this, although I'm not sure. So Bill Bruford, Alan Holdsworth, Dave Stewart, and Jeff Berlin. This is from, what, 1979. Looking forward to giving this a listen. I think someone showed this. I honestly don't remember who, but I just remember, oh, hey, I picked that up recently. Looking forward to giving this a listen. Dexter is down here. Come here, Dexter. I'm going to give you some camera time. Here's Dexter. Say hi for the camera. He has had some health issues, and he is much better. He was almost starving to death because he wasn't eating. I won't go into the details, but let's just say I'm giving him some physical therapy, and he is eating again. Aren't you? You're getting fat again. You're getting happy. So, the downside is I have to help him eat. It's a long story, but yeah. There you go. All right. Down you go. I refer to him as my special needs kitty. So, Tony, Mr. Fartboy, recently showed this. His is a promo, very cool. But Wandishi my Herbie Hancock. I had a post where I showed what was up on the wall of Jive Time Records, and this was up there. It didn't even catch my eye until Dr. Deadwax, Mark, pointed out in that video, hey, that Herbie Hancock up there, Mondishi, is definitely should check that out. So I pulled it down, I checked it out, I liked it, I put it back up on the wall. I think a week later I came back, checked it out again, thought about it, and the more I thought about it, you know, and did a little research into it, I took it down and grabbed it, and it's now part of my collection. Tony's copy is a promo, white label promo. It's very cool. It's even got the nice sticker down here. As you can see, unless it's covering up the Warner Brothers logo, it's really not. You're really not missing any any artwork down here. So that worked out well. So, and it has a company sleeve with it, distinguished company. It shows all the reprise artists, and on the back, Warner Brothers artists as well. So anyway, this is very, very cool. I don't even know where to begin to describe this this album, but as both Mark and Tony have said, it's one to find and add to your collection. Let's see. Yes. This is Roger Waters, Radio Chaos. I just happen to have a copy of it, and I thought, okay, well, I'll nab that. And it's a promo stamp, and it's got this is what's very strange on the cover. The vinyl's in great shape. It's a U.S. copy, but on the back, two things have happened here. One, it's got a nice gold promo stamp on it, and it has numbers above it. Well, the four numbers say 0000. I don't know if it was numbered other than that. I'm not sure. The other odd thing is that somebody cut out this top row of Morse code that's going on here, and then it looked like they started to cut out another piece. They scored it, they cut a little bit of it, a line here, and then they stopped, thankfully. So I don't know what happened to this. I don't know if the record company did that. I don't know if the person who owned it before me did that. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's in great shape. I've heard the music before I've got the CD. The vinyl's in great shape. Inner sleeve is in great shape. Great label on there. So this needs to be kind of taken care of. A little staticky. Won't stay in. That was the end of side 2 of Return to Forever, which means I should probably stop talking. But just a couple more things here and I'll be done. Genesis, really, Abacab, very inexpensive, and like a lot of people, I've kind of decided I'm going to look into purchasing, trying to get all the different variations on the cover. I noticed this cover was embossed along the tears and the colors here. I don't know if they did that to all of them or not. I can't quite remember if they did that to all of them or not, but I'm going to have to check that out next time I find another variation of this. At the right price and the right quality, I'll definitely pick those up. Finally, my ever-growing ECM collection, which increased yesterday as well, which I haven't even touched those yet. David Holland Life Cycle. Become a David Holland fan here. Eli, if you're watching, remember those? Remember, you just got them. If you have a short-term memory problem, you might remember a couple days ago when you got those Kiss records, and all the inner linings were like these, as you see here, the audiophile inner linings, and they were all by Bruce. Well, I just realized this was part of Bruce's collection, clearly. So Bruce had a issue with the original inner liners on all of his records, I guess, because he apparently pulled them out, tossed them, and then I guess it never occurred to Bruce to keep the original inner liner as well. But anyway, Bruce was into ECM, and I am now a proud owner of another David Holland release called Life Cycle. And I don't know if you can see it I'll pull this out real quick because it's a very, very nice, well preserved cover here. And then you can see there's a design, black on top of this very dark maroon cover. So, and nice black and white photos in the back. Haven't had a chance to give this a listen to. You know, if it's certain artists on ECM and it's the right price, if it's any artist on ECM and it's the right price, and the cover and the record are in great shape, I'll just pick it up. I won't even think twice about it. So, anyway, that's it for right now. I'm sure I'm close to, if not over 20 minutes. Thank you. I'll try to do another post or a contest entry. Try to get a contest entry in, you know, before the end of the contest, before the last day of the contest. So anyway, thanks for watching, and hope you've been having a good weekend. For those in the U.S., again, happy Thanksgiving, and hope you had a great time, and everybody's prepared for Christmas. 4 weeks away, something like that. Today's the 25th of November. Anyway, everybody take care out there. I'll talk to you later. Bye. And this is where I reach over and I turn off the camera.